Yet another municipality in the Western Cape is running out of water. The Kannaland municipality has appealed to the gift of the givers for some urgent aid as 2 towns there run dry. Now, several outlying Western Cape areas have been water distressed for several weeks now. Badr Kazi from Gift of the Givers joining us from our Cape Town studio this morning to explain or describe for us what's happening there. Badr, good morning and thanks for your time. Gift of the Givers has been asked to help with the situation there in Kannaland. Give us some idea of what's happening there. How are residents coping? What's going on with them at the moment?
Yeah, there's a constricted water supply just outside certain of the bigger towns like Ladysmith and Calitzdorp. Not in the main, in the town as such, but outside residents are having are sort of uncertain about their water supply. And in parts of Ladysmith, there's actually no water supply. So we're topping up the water supply until the pipes and the constricted water supply is back to some sort of normality.
Okay, so is this all particularly weather-driven? Is it because the weather, the dryness is that bad? There hasn't been rainfall that has led to this, or is it added to that an infrastructure problem as well?
It's a combination of 3 things. I think the first thing being, of course, we in our worst drought in 220 years, some say 400 years. There's no denying that. The second thing is that there's sort of no real will in terms of a long-term solution to the infrastructural issues. These municipalities sort of change political sort of positions continuously. So, you know, with especially the smaller municipalities, so especially with the in and out of municipal managers and mayors, it has sort of affected the solidity of that municipality. And I think that's a major role in this whole thing, that no long-term decisions are being made or unable to be made. And now I think most municipalities and sort of local governments are in election mode. So those type of decisions, I think, are going to be suspended even longer, which is unfortunate. And lastly, I think that it's always the small people that are forgotten. I think we need to be open about this and say, look, there is a problem outside the bigger metropoles, but it's a problem that's manageable. You know, it's something that we need to sort of address with some sort of rationality.
Yeah.
And what's happening on our side is that for the last year, we've been receiving emails and WhatsApp messages from the municipalities themselves to say, look, we've got water in area X, but areas Y and Z, we're afraid that they might run out and we don't want to be caught you know, in a situation where there's no water, so please top us up with water all the time. So these municipalities are simply just looking after vital sectors within the communities. And then, of course, we get calls directly from the community. So it's a combination of all these things, you know, that are leading to the current crisis.
Well, Badr, I mean, just looking at recent reports on what's happening in the Kannaland municipality, it seems officials there in the Western Cape saying that those shortages are due to maintenance work affecting the municipality, that happening at the weekend, and that that routine maintenance should be done this week. I mean, do you agree that that is the reason, or partly the reason that it's maintenance work, or like you said, most of it is that the smaller people are just forgotten and not prioritized?
No, look, I take it. I know that in certain cases, like for example in the Dwins, the water irrigation system was vandalized. So I mean, there was a valid reason. Similar thing in Beaufort West. Someone decided in the infinite wisdom to destroy the pipes. Why? You know, it's a complete mystery. And these things happen, but one has to look at it from the user's perspective. You know, maybe there's no communication within that community to say, look, you're going to have a 3 or 4 day problem. But I think municipalities and people are justified in asking for help and say, look, for 3 or 4 days or a week, we need additional water supply. I don't see that as existential political crisis or weakness of government or failure to sort of deliver. Because, I mean, it's a reality. It's, we know that there are these infrastructural problems, and combined with a drought, you know, someone needs to help.
Yeah.
And we can't make this stuff up on our side. You know, it costs us a lot of money to start our trucks up and go to faraway places. This morning, our guys worked till 3 o'clock this morning, loading trucks, making sure the trucks left on time. The entire Christmas period, our guys were working. You know, who pays for all of this?
Yeah.
You know, it costs us money. So we can't make up this stuff to glamorize or to criticize any particular body.
Well, Badr, it seems that Gift of the Givers is expecting to get more calls from, I suppose, residents in other municipalities. How long do you think that you can sustain this supply?
Look, at the moment, it's sustainable. I mean, we've had very, very good donations when the crisis started in the Western Cape last year. And we, you know, fortunately, the general public and even the municipalities and local government, they're cooperating with us. There's no sort of breakdown in any cooperation. And together, I mean, there's enough water at this stage to help people that have a serious problem. You know, it's not this water are mainly for institutions, the elderly, you know, people that are in those communities that are under strife. It's not for sort of topping up your washing machine or, you know, just, you know, you want to have a party, so you have 5 or 10 liters of water. This is for something very, very serious. So the municipalities are mindful of that. The people who call us from the municipalities, they're mindful of the seriousness of what no water for a day or two could be to could mean to someone that's on dialysis or, you know, has is on chronic medication. So these are the calls we're getting, you know, that look, we're worried. We know that there's a problem, but look, just give us some water, so if there's a problem, we can help these people.
Right, thanks very much for your time and that update. Badr Kazi from Gift of the Givers. He's in our Cape Town studio.